I'm going to keep it 100 like Andrade. I just said I'm going to keep it 100 in Spanish. This will probably most likely be the shortest NXT review that I do on this channel. Reason being because this week's episode of NXT for April the 11th, 2018 was the post-Takeover New Orleans show. And normally, every post-Takeover show for NXT is literally done hour before a Takeover in front of that Takeover crowd. In this case, the Takeover New Orleans crowd, which is the WrestleMania weekend crowd, which is the Smart Mark Crazy crowd, if you will. And just 2 matches with massive highlights of TakeOver New Orleans and a big debut, a tag team debut that is, at the end of the show. With the debut of the War Machine. I'm sorry, Mother Flower, my bad, Mother Flower. The War Raiders. I thought this show overall, again, was somewhat of an okay show. Alright, but that's my honest opinion. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment threads. If you liked this show, if you hated it, and all that fun stuff. You can follow me on Twitter, Motherflowers, at HeelSteven, where I tweet throughout all these shows, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, pay-per-views, and above all else with all of you crazy Motherflowers. Motherflowers, if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit that sub button down below. We are almost at 1,600 YouTube subscribers, Motherflowers, believe it or not. And share this video throughout your entire social media, Facebook and Twitter, wherever you Motherflowers share videos. Like I said, this will be my short review of NXT for April the 11th, 2018. This was literally done an hour before Takeover New Orleans at the Smoothie King Center or the Smoothie King Arena, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And the show kicked off with Kairi Sane versus Lacey Evans. This match, remember last week on television, Lacey Evans said that she wanted to clear out the women's division and make it into a classy, respectful NXT women's division because all the women are social outcasts, what have you. And this match, for what it was an okay match. Nothing really big here, if you will. It started off with Lacey Evans having a lot of momentum, a lot of offense here. She locked in this Cobra Clutch on Kairi Sane that really took an effect on Kairi Sane here. I'm going to say this too. It's cool to see now, especially now, with the women, with the likes of Peyton Royce, Billie Kay, and Ember Moon now gone to the main roster, that they're now utilizing the women from the Mae Young Classic, and they're going to have to now. But the match ended with Kairi Sane getting the momentum back and winning with a diving elbow for the 1-2-3. Now, the fact that Peyton Royce and Billie Kay and Ember Moon are now on the main roster is great. It's awesome. But at the same time, if you're NXT, the women's division took a punch to the gut. Because let's be real about it. And I know she has nothing to do with this with the match as a whole. But Shayna Baszler is still green. You have a green women's champion, essentially. You're going to need women to compete with her. And you know what? This is a time where you need to start showcasing the likes of a Dakota Kai, the likes of a Lacey Evans, I guess. Even though Lacey Evans just lost, which I'm gonna get to also in a bit. A Kairi Sane, a Bianca Belair, who I feel right now is a slow project in the making. Also a Candice LeRae. I think Candice LeRae will probably give her a good match as well. Rhea Ripley. That Indian girl that was trained by the great Khali, Vanessa Bourne. Again, you just start showcasing these women. Even Aaliyah, for fuck's sakes. But as far as Lacey Evans goes, okay, she just lost again. I remember she lost to Nikki Cross, the last post-takeover show for TakeOver Philadelphia. And she lost to Nikki Cross in like that. So now you lost to Kairi Sane. You a bust. You a bust. I can't take her serious now, if you will. She lost 2 profile matches in a row, and it's like, but we'll see how they recover with her. Like I said before, this was literally filled with video highlights from TakeOver New Orleans. It's a video highlight from the North American ladder match with EC3, Ricochet, Adam Cole, Lars Sullivan, Killian Dane, and I believe as well Ricochet. Or not, Velveteen Dream. If I miss someone, again, I might repeat it, whatever. Again, this video highlights from that, where Adam Cole is now the first ever North American champion. They showed video highlights from the triple threat tag team match between Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly versus the Authors of Pain versus Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne for the tag titles, and as well the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Trophy, and how Roderick Strong turned on Pete Dunne to become the newest member of the Undisputed Era. They showed the video highlights from Andrade Cien Almas versus Aleister Black, where Aleister Black got the win, which was a good match as well. They showed video highlights from Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler, where Shayna Baszler obviously won, and they also showed a video where Ember Moon made her debut on Raw. They also showed a video where the Authors of Pain made their Raw debut as well, beating Heath Slater and Rhino, and then parting ways with Paul Ellering. And also at the end, they showed a video packet, the video highlights of Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa, which I will say right now, that match was the match of WrestleMania weekend. Hands down, the match of WrestleMania weekend. I get it, there's other matches as well that weekend as a whole. You had Asuka versus Charlotte, which, again, was rushed. Styles and Nakamura disappointed big. Kenny and Cody was a good match, but I will give, again, Gargano and Ciampa the upper hand a little bit more. You also had, again, that weekend as a whole, you had Eddie Edwards versus Jeremiah Crane. But, again, they showed video highlights of that. And then we got to the main event of this week's episode of NXT. You had Heavy Machinery versus Sabatelli and Moss, which literally was just served as a purpose to debut the new tag team of the War Raiders. And they rushed the ring during this match, and they took out Heavy Machinery and Sabatelli and Moss. Hit their moves, got a crazy reaction, because again, it's that WrestleMania weekend crowd who know who they are, right? And they went crazy, even though they were chanting War Machine. Mauro, Percy, and Nigel were calling them the War Raiders at the same time. So how crazy is that? But yeah, they made an impact, and it makes sense too, because now that the Authors of Pain are on Raw, you need that team to fill that void as the dominant tag team, and that's gonna be the War Raiders of Hanson and Rowe. So I can't wait to see what happens. I look forward to seeing the matches that they do going forward, and there's no doubt in my mind they'll be tag team champions somewhere down the road. There's no doubt in my mind. Okay, but for next week, we're going to get Killian Dane versus Lars Sullivan, because why not? And we're also going to get the first, promo live or something in Full Sail, that is, of Johnny Gargano after his crazy match of the weekend from TakeOver New Orleans against Tommaso Ciampa. So I look forward to seeing NXT next week. Like I said, this week's episode of NXT was sort of skippable, but if anything, go out of your way to see the debut of the War Raiders. And I know people as well are kind of upset with the name change. I get it, but understand this. It's not a big deal. I get it. People in NXT that kept their name that they had on the independent scene, like Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Johnny Gargano, Bobby Fish, Tommaso Ciampa. But it happens. There's Candice LeRae's another one as well, who I think also need to be featured more now that the women that are gone now. Okay? But that's my take as a whole as well. And then there's people that had their name changed, if you will, like a Killian Dane, who was Big Damo at one time. La Sombra, who is now Andrade Cien Almas. Tommy N, who is now Aleister Black. Drew Galloway, who is once again Drew McIntyre. But you get the idea. These things happen all the time. And just, again, you can hate it now, but I guarantee you, you're going to warm up to it somewhere down the road. Overall, that's my take on this episode of NXT. Give me your thoughts down below in the comment threads if you liked it, if you hate this episode of NXT, and all that fun stuff. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Like I said, where I tweet with all of you throughout Raw, SmackDown Live, NXT pay-per-views as well, and above all with all of you awesome mother flowers. Mother flowers, that's it for me. Hit that sub button down below. We're almost at 1,600 subscribers, mother flowers. We're almost there, y'all. That's it. I'm out. Peace out, mother flowers. I am out like Janet's titties. Mother flowers. Literally, mother flowers. Me, no speak his English. Mother flower. I'm just keeping it 100, y'all. Keeping it 100. War Machine! My bad. War Raiders. I'll get used to it.